Hey, how's it going? We are continuing the series where we're taking a look at some of the projects up there who are based within Europe for whatever reason. Partly has to do perhaps with legal framework when it comes to collecting some of personal information or sharing personal information. Problems when it comes to securing finances, problems when it comes to scaling your projects as hard within Europe to do any of those technology projects compared to other regions, right? I have done a number of videos already, and there's gonna be, for time being, the last one when it comes to search engines within Europe. I have covered a number of those already. I was taking a look at I thought it would be fun to take a look at different regions, right? I have covered Germany, France, Switzerland, and now let's take a look at Netherlands and what those countries managed to produce and what would be core differences, benefits, and some of those product offerings that some of those projects would be able to offer. Within this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Startpage. That's a project, search engine project, which is focusing on a lot of its emphasis puts on privacy. It used the results from the Google, so perhaps partly it uses some of the support it receives from Google. Again, taking this information from resources online. I don't know how accurate that is. Since some of the European projects as well as they were using different projects, right? This one is using Google, and other ones was using different support from different search engines. But either way, let's delve deeper and try to understand what they have to offer. I'm not being supported by any of those projects. I thought it would be a fun experience. It's something that I'm constantly looking to improve quality information that myself am able to access. Instead, perhaps solutions that I was using at the time, I'm looking constantly to improve quality information that I'm accessing instead of let's put things into a different perspective, right? There's a lot of special interest, if that makes sense, right? So if I were a paying customer or of some of those top performing search engine uh, projects, if I would be paid customer and if I'm not paid customer, if that makes sense. Perhaps there would be within its own interest for some of those engines to push that information up to the front, right? And some of the entrepreneurs mentioned with some of the conference calls as well as some of the summits that they have done how important that is when you're looking to reach out to your prospects as well as doing business, right? Instead of perhaps being or your business be on fifth or sixth page, right? If not even a second, what big of the difference that would make being on the first page, first business that would reach, right? And how much of profit that would increase for your business, right? Some people mention that perhaps we're taking a look at the different alternatives and particularly what those different projects are based on, right? Perhaps European companies have something to offer, to say the least. Myself, I haven't done that much business with the European companies, technology companies, perhaps worth taking a look at and what they have to offer. All those companies, some of those projects are very unique where they're conscious when it comes to environment. Well, most of those projects focus a lot on privacy and how they're collecting or using the user's information, right? Where different engines would place a lot of emphasis, how they uh, be able to deliver better services if they would collect that. Other projects would perhaps decide not to collect entirely any information. This project, within this video, Startpage, it focuses a lot on leave no trace, which I personally like that kind of mindset. As well as there are a lot of festivals, music festivals, who have very similar concepts or adapt very similar philosophies when it comes to perhaps leaving garbage trays, anything after you. And it's perhaps more of the, the way of thinking about things when it comes to your own carbon footprint, right? Startpage. Search with Startpage to support Leave No Trace and help minimize your impact online and outdoors. It's something that they are focusing on, as well as why search privately with Startpage. No search history, so you're doing what you did, I guess. No one's collecting any of that data for time being, at least. No ad targeting, so it's something that they would just share some ads, I guess, so that not necessarily maximize the profits for the businesses that would be doing business with this organization, right? Where others perhaps would be able to generate better returns, if that makes sense. No digital footprint, which I kind of like it, I guess, in particularly within this age, how much data is being collected in the background where even the mouse movement would be tracked, right? So some of those projects, how much data those projects would be collecting there. The internet without tracking, a safer way to search and browse online without personal data collection, tracking, or targeting. So it's something that this project seems to focus a lot on. The world's most private search engine. This is what they're saying, right? It's not what I'm saying. Startpage search engine and anonymous views features a free ad, simple way to take control of your online privacy. We will never save or sell your search history. Right. So this is what they're saying. Hopefully, the things will stay that particular way. That's one of the reasons why I prefer perhaps sometimes to support smaller projects, right? And the smaller supporting those, they're not necessarily they are not that profitable. If that makes sense. They're not necessarily best performing when it comes to business activities. You know, this project not necessarily best performing of how much big on the office, how much staff they would need to hire to operate the business. If that makes sense, where perhaps they have built their project slightly different. Quality search results in true privacy. Okay, Startpage delivers. I prefer I did not promote any of those projects. Right, the results via our proprietary personal data protection technology. Right, so they have encrypted connection. Your IP address is removed from all of our global premise services. Block price trackers. We prevent third parties from selling private trackings on you. I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I think this project is built on top of other search engines, so no, that's not necessarily a good thing, but this is what's happening, right? Avoid retargeting ads. We block third parties from accessing your personal data to target you. They're not necessarily would be able with those 6 points. They're not necessarily be able to cover all the bases of how much information has been collected, but either way, browse anonymously. So, okay, that makes sense until you delve a little bit deeper and try to understand how much, if not that, how much other information they're collecting. But either way, receive up unprofiled news. I guess so they need to generate money from somewhere, right? So they will still try to capture your attention there. Prevent online profiling. Okay. Myself, I might be interested in some opportunities up there. When you perhaps building different characters, there might be some interesting projects up there. Perhaps not right now in the future, but this is what they're looking to prevent either way. About us, let's jump on the company's story perhaps. Startpage is a global privacy technology company built around the principles of always putting privacy first. Our site of easy to use privacy products help anyone around the world to protect their personal data online. We are known as pioneers of private search, responsible for creating the world's first and most private search engines in 2006. Perhaps there's so many different projects out there. I'm not entirely sure where this project stands in the top, I don't know, the 100. Since then, we have contributed to build our own products offering to make privacy accessible to everyone. This is something that we continue as well as European roots. We were founded and remain headquartered in Netherlands, which means that our users are protected by stringent European consumer privacy laws, which is true. There's it's very hard to do anything with how much laws there are within Europe, right? And in particular within every government within Europe, right? Perhaps there's going to be some changes coming in, but currently it's very hard to do a business. And it's not necessarily a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. This is just the way things are right now. These are widely regarded as strongest privacy protection laws in the world. Every search performed on Startpage is proceed through our proprietary personal data protection technology as part of the tech. So users can choose to utilize only in European servers. So it's something that they're doing, as well as they have the number of different products, right? The first one, Start Page Privacy Protection. Next one, Start Page Privacy Search. And the last one would be Anonymous View. So perhaps, yeah. There's different projects here, right? So they do have different offerings, as well as some of those values have that. That would be true privacy. The emphasis, there's a lot of emphasis on privacy compared to perhaps different projects, as well as the best tech. We are dedicated to providing best products and deliver best in-class search results. So I don't know what they mean by that. Perhaps based on what you're looking, how you would request for an information to be searched online, how well they would execute that. That's how I understand that, as well as choice. We will never tell you what to do, but rather provide the easiest and safest options to search and browse the internet, which is kind of great, I guess. And there's more information out there available. If anything, I would then recommend to check it out if it's something that you're concerned of. Privacy, data collection, and different projects out there. I have entirely covered 4 different projects, right? But yeah, it's not necessarily limited just to those 4. If you are interested in learning more, I have published a book, Game Strategy. Within this book, I'm sharing a lot of information about business, everything related to business, if anything. Within this book, I'm looking to introduce a lot of readers with different concepts and how readers can understand business in today's world, right? Things are changing. I would say where before well, a lot of activities was done on paper, as well as how people understood trade. Things are changing constantly, and some of the concepts, some of the ideas, as well as how markets shifting. There's a lot of information with regards to that that I have shared within this book. In particular, I'm focusing on the next 5 to 10 years and where the market's gonna be at for those people who are interested in new opportunities. You can find it QR code in the corner or the website below. The quick one, I would like to summarize this on perhaps how this company is generating money. Perhaps it comes, some percentage of this money comes from advertisers promoting on the search engine, and perhaps they do offer email services where you can purchase personal email, custom domain email, and there isn't a lot of information up there available of how this company is making its money, since usually they would make from different areas, right? But it's very hard to find where this company is making perhaps news, or perhaps it's something that they themselves they're more interested in different areas, perhaps news or generating interest. Then they could potentially generate some money there. Other than that, it's very hard to find on the company's website how they're making that money, or perhaps what would be the process to advertise with this particular company, right? Perhaps they're not even interested in that for whatever reason. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.